Whilst I've always yearned to help more vulnerable members of society, until embarking on this master's, my understanding of the best way to help was naive. I now have a refined understanding of psychosocial vulnerabilities and my role in empowering the vulnerable. I used to want to help by fixing things, and perhaps the greatest thing that social work has taught me so far is the dangers of operating from this paternalistic viewpoint. Rather, I must empower and encourage and facilitate self-determination. During the beginning of my MSW, I thought empowerment was a bit of a buzzword thrown around in all the literature. However, it was in the process of reflecting and undertaking supervision on prac that I realised the importance of empowering clients rather than fixing problems for them, creating an unsustainable relationship of dependence and entrenching power imbalances. I consider that empowerment is also inextricably linked with a strengths-based perspective. In order to effectively empower a client, I will need to facilitate a process whereby a client identifies strengths and considers how they can draw on those strengths to help themselves. The strengths-based perspective is also a perspective I've tried to apply to my personal life. I'd not heard of the concept of a strengths-based perspective before starting the MSW, and I feel so fortunate to have learnt about it. Employing this perspective to my personal life has altered my perception of myself and my psychosocial world. It's allowed me to become much more of an optimist and have greater self-confidence by drawing on my strengths. As a social worker, I consider that I will have a duty to remain abreast of social issues and advocate in relation to these issues where appropriate. The great majority of my generation is consumed by social media, and while this can mean political news is more accessible, it also limits my generation's awareness and tolerance of alternative viewpoints. As the views that pop up on everyone's social media streams are by design views that that person agrees with. So in a career tied up with a diverse range of social problems, I must remain aware of a wide range of opinions, not just those that I subscribe to. And I must seek to have constructive conversations about these opinions and let these conversations inform my advocacy activities.